Welcome all diggers to my channel, and today I have one question for you. Are you ready to open the box of Pandora? Hmm? What if I would tell you that you have a box and inside of this box you have a string, and this string shows you how many years left to your death? Would you still open this box? Also, with this not simple question was struggling to answer the character from the book of simple, the measure. Cold war sleep and see as sweet dreams. And suddenly they wake up in the morning. They come and open front door and see there a small box. And in this small box, they find a string. Somebody find long string and somebody find short string. But everybody has a question what this string is meaning. Bitch, what the fuck? Bitch, what the fuck? Bitch, what the fuck? Bitch, what the fuck? Bitch. And all these questions, all this answer you can find in this book, The Magic. And how you can see, we have a yellow color in our cover, and we can say that it symbolizes light, sunshine, something light, right? And we have blue bucket, what is I would say more symbolize death and how fast life is ending. And we have a string, right? What is symbolized in this book, a faith. And I would say that this cover is like really good for this book. And author the book is Nikki Erlick. She has a really good idea. In this book you can find a lot of philosophy questions, a lot of psychology questions. Here you can see how people did with huge changes in their life, how people struggling with their death, I would say, how people try to avoid it, and how people is try to save other lives. But everything what I say to you, you can find in another books, and it's like what we know. So why I said that this book disappointed me? Why I said that if I could jump back to in the time, I wouldn't read and wouldn't buy this book. It's because of the intrigue actually of the box with the strings. Because people who read me and people who doesn't read, if we take from the people who get the strings, if you take away this box, it's nothing changed. People would seem dying, people would seem struggling, and people would seem continue to live. Like here, it's just stories of the random people and their random stories. And the ending and the continue of the life, it would be kind of the same. Right, string is influence in some aspect of their life. But I mean, like, that's it. It's influence, but it's like doesn't change so much everything. Like they would be continue to do the actions. Maybe a little bit something would be different, but still the ending it would be the same, and still it would be actions kind of the same. Another what I don't like about this book, it's aftertaste. It's bitter. This book is about life, and life is usually not a fun stuff. It can be different. It has so many colors. It can be bad, it can be good, it can be evil, it would be can be cute, it can be laughing, it can be crying, it can be like something bad happen, it can be something good happen. It's like all the time changing, right? But in this book, it's most accents about death and fate. So if you want to read something, if you want to read something sad, if you want to read something about others' life, you can read this book, of course. But it's like just idea. It's idea is not bad, but it's like what we know. By just only stories about random people, and that's it. So if you want, you can read it. If you don't, you cannot read. We're in the freedom country, you can do whatever you want, but it's my advice, better don't read this book, because it's sad. It's just sad, and I don't like so much sad books. I like sad books if it's like really interesting idea with interesting thinking. What I questions what I don't ask myself in my life. That's it. Like if it's like something interesting, something unique, then it's okay. But just to be sad because to be sad, that's not about me. So I would put to this book 1.5 from the 5 because I already explained, but if you want more explanation, so follow me next to the spoilers where we would discuss a little bit more about this book. Let's start our discussion from the beginning. So, world, wake up. Yeah, Mafia, wake up. Have you played this game, Mafia? Do you like? Do you not? Put your comments. I like this Mafia, but I'm actually shooting right away because I don't have poker face and everybody understands who I am. So that's pretty sad. Okay, so world wake up and each has their stream, and suddenly world come to the panic. Everybody panic about this dream, and this is ways like my first disappointment and my first question. If you would have these books and you know that there's string, and probably the string is show how long you left live for you, you would be panicked. Like, here's only a question: open these books or continue live how you was lived, right? That's it. That's what we actually seen in this book, that some characters open this box right away. Somebody thinking and open late. Somebody don't open at all. It's like many variation to open or not to open. Like actually you would open or not. Put your comments. I would say that I would probably open. I think not right away, but I'm this character who is very curious, and I think I would open for sure and to see like how how much it's left for me. And what do you think? Is it valuable knowledge to us, or it's not? Like better to know or better don't know? Because on the beginning of the book, what is my thoughts, like why panic? Because I really didn't understand for what to panic. It's just like how much left for you. Like, so if you're not ready to know this, just don't open this box. That's it. Like, if you're ready to know this, open this box and you would see if it's long string, so you would have longer life. If short string, so you would have less time to spend with your family, or like reach some your goals or something else. That's it. It's like not so many solutions you have, right? What else I was thinking on the beginning of the box, that books book that if you have this chance to see how long you would live, I think in some way it's useful. For me, it was strange also that government was so slowly about solutions what to do with these streams, right? Like, because government is supposed to right away to think like, and I'm pretty sure that they have like some big brains to think like how it better do this work, right? Like if you have a lemon, make lemonade from lemon. So I would think like more of this like not evil something, but that it's something good, right? For example, like okay, it is in the book. You can see that government is make it for the military. For example, if like you can go to the some special dangerous operations if you have long string. And it's like for me it makes sense. Like of course it was like some people who is like for discrimination. It's like I think like this discrimination is around the whole world. It's like doesn't matter what you will do, what you would say. It's like anyway somebody would say that it's discrimination. But I think it's actually was in some way smart idea. What you think, like put your comments, because that's subject interesting. Yeah, where I have another question for you. What do you think? Better short life but healthy? Better long life but with disease? Because in this book, it's a lot talking about life, about long life, about short life. Of course, it's like some disease there, but mostly accents it's about long life and short life. And in the military, government says that like for them dangerous mission will go only with long string because they couldn't die. And it makes sense. And it was another ministry or somebody else from the government. He said like, okay, but they can be like without legs back or like with some another injuries what can be influenced for their whole life. And another man from government, he said like, but they would be alive. And that's an interesting thoughts because what better? Short life but like healthy, or long life but with disease, without legs, without arms, without eyes, without kidneys, whatever, right? Because you can have like how I think you can have short life but happy, bright, with a lot of friends, with some goals, with to do something good, or you can long life has but with disease, with no friends, lonely, without any sense in your life. What life you would choose? Put comments. Because I don't know which one I would choose, because I believe that in your life you can change, and it doesn't matter if it's short life, is it long life, it's still like moments when you can change something, and it only depends on you. Are you willing to change something or you don't? And let's short to talk about our characters in this book. So whole world has got strings, and there we have some couples, some characters. It's like first characters, it's Nina and Maura, and they are couples, they're living together, they are lesbians, and they also got a boxes. And Nina didn't want to open it because it can be dangerous, can be not, and maybe better don't know how long it's left for you. But Mauro, who is like more curious person, she decided to open them. And Mauro has short string and Nina has long string. That's what I want to read for you in my book when they find out what length of the string they have. They had only just celebrated 2 years together, only recently began to share a home. So they had an explicitly spoken about marriage. Nina had seen Maura steal a peek in her dresser drawers right before their anniversary dinner. They both knew well enough that Nina hated surprises and thrives on planning, so perhaps they each assumed subconsciously that Nina would be the one to propose. That's what I want to say, that they just celebrate 2 years together. 2 years, seriously. Again, I'm from Ukraine. In Ukraine, it's much faster, everything going on. If it's like already a third date, probably soon would be marriage. So that's what is in Ukraine. What is taught me is that you need first to do everything because life is short and you need to appreciate every second. And if you see the person who you like, for what to be together 8 years, 10 years, 15 years, if you know that you want to be with this person forever. So this like who is curious about different mentality of the different countries, so that's what it is, because in America, in Europe, usually you are 10 years, 15 years can live together and not married. For some people it's okay, for some people it's not okay. But Nina and Maura start to regret that they didn't marry because Maura seen her short string, and suddenly they start to think about their life more deeper, and suddenly they understood what is really value has to them. For example, they understood that it's not enough time left for the Mara, and they already spent 2 years together. And I think like if Mara wouldn't find out that she has a short string, it probably would be 10 more years, because for what marriage, for what to hurry, if like we have like whole life, like 80 years ahead, right? Because each of us thinking that we have like 70, 80, 90, 100 years ahead. And nobody thinks that like life is like this. Like it's so short, so fast, and you need like to take from this like maximum what you can. And another what is saying in this book, what I was mentioned before about short streams. So Nina, she is working in some news company where she's published news. She find out first what's going on around in the world. And there was news about Italian couple who is had wedding, and after wedding they decided to open their box. That's right, actually not so smart, but okay. And they find out that bride has really short string, and groom he has long string, and they decided to jump from the bridge. So how it happened? The groom survived the joint suicide attempt, while his wife of 3 days did not. Well, maybe he knew he wouldn't die, but obviously he was pretty messed up about it. He still risked paralyzing himself by jumping off a fucking bridge, right? So it's like what I mentioned before, that you have long life, and it's what it happened with the whole world. Who has long streams, they try to do like some crazy stuff, and they didn't think that they can be like paralyzed or has some insurance. And these short lives streams, they more careful. Nina asked Mara to go to some supportive group. It's like in the school where is working her younger sister. Her name is Amy. And Amy suggests to the Nina, that Nina suggests to the Mara to attend to this group with like different kind of groups. Like one group is like who is left couple years, some group who is left like 10, 15 years, and more and more and more. So it's like different kind of groups. And Mara, it was, I think, 15 years left, something like this. Yeah, so she could join to the group with the people who is like 15, 20 years left. And Mara attend to this group, and in this group she meet with a band. Ben is another character in this book who is architecture, and he is broke up with his wife because he's no, it's like girlfriend. His girlfriend broke up with his girlfriend, and because his girlfriend, she is open not only her box but his box also, and she is find out that she has long string and he has short string, and she decided to broke up with him by telling him about that she opened the boxes, and you can understand that he was pretty feel sad about this, because he didn't know find out how long his string. But he's found out and broke up with his girlfriend. So for sure, this guy needs some supportive team. And so he's joined to this group of the people, and it was how I mentioned to you in the English class, where it was working Amy, sister of Nina, and she is working as teacher, English teacher to the kids. Therapist, right? This like lead who is lead this group host. He is give each of them a task, 10 minutes write something, like maybe it would be a letter to somebody, maybe it would be some pictures, maybe it would be just like some random words, whatever. And our architect, Ben, he is just write some random stuff, random thoughts about how he was been in museum, and there was like story about soldier, and actually in this book it's like kind of like each connected with each person, right? I wouldn't so deep to go. I just like short to tell you what's going on in general. If you wasn't read this book, so and Ben, he is like yeah, just like this story, and he lost his letter. And Amy, she came next day to the school to teach her children, and Amy, she haven't seen her string in the box, and she's never opened it in her life. It was her decision. So Amy find the letter from the band accidentally, and she read it, and she is write to her to him another letter, and she put it that he could see it, and that's how they start to communicate with each other. They have no idea to who they write a letter, so they just know initial is A and B, Ben and Amy, and that's it. Eventually, they accidentally meet in her sister apartment, Nina. When Nina and Mara they went to the Italy for the honeymoon trip or whatever, some trip they went, and they like accidentally meet with each other and find out that actually they are. Write letter to each other. So yeah, that's like romantic stuff. The next character who we have is Anthony Rollins. Anthony Rollins is candidate for the president. He has a wife is Katerina, and they open their box and see that they have a long string, and they are believers in the God. They think that's good sign and blessing from the God. And he is, how you can read in the book, he's not such a good person. He's evil. How I think mostly uh, people from the government. Anyway, and he is used everybody. And another couple is Jack and Javier. Jack is a nephew of the Anthony, and he is in the military. And his friend is Javier, and they both in the military. How you understand? Jack has bullying from the other people because everybody knows that he is nephew of the Anthony, and nobody like Anthony. So, and Javier, he is like not so curious about news, and he decided just to be stand with Jack and protect him if he could. Jack is not so meant for the military, but his father forced him to go there. And Javier, he is one that his family would be proud of him because he is not from the rich family, and he tried to prove that he is strong and capable and smart man, and he can reach some amazing goals. And they decide don't open their boxes, but mm, Anthony, he has some power for current president of the country, and they decided to make a law, how I said before, that each soldier they supposed to see what kind of strengths they have that to understand to send them to the combat or not. So Jack and Javier, they don't have a choice, and they open their box, and Javier has shirt. string is for a couple years only, and Jack has a long string. So they decided to swap because if you have a short string, you would probably would have some documentary job or just wouldn't be like in the military. That's it. So how we can see Javier, he is when he was like 2, 3, 4 years like lived, and afterwards he went to some operation and died there. Die, but he was very strong, very good man, and very brave. Another character what I like a lot is Hen. Hen is a doctor in the emergency room. And he is has a short string also, and there a very cute story about cute and sad story about one girl. She decided it's like patient of this hospital, and she decided doesn't look to her string, but she has problems some with lungs, and she needs some donor, and it's very hard to find. But her mother look on her string, and she says she has a long string, and afterwards, you know that. He was died because it was shooter. One person decided to shoot the president, and he was jumped. And this bullet is come to his chest, and he is died. And afterwards, lungs. He was donor of the lungs to this girl, and that's how she survived. I like how it's in this book. It's step by step, everything going pretty smooth, pretty logic, everything. So that's like plus for this book. Another, so we have the world with short strings. Short strings understood that they're like nothing too lot for them, and they decided or go to spend more time with family, or like to do like something what they like, or if it's like a couple of years, they start to be panic and try to find a cure from this. Of course, they couldn't find it. Somebody like going crazy and try to kill other people because they became angry, and people around understood that short strings is dangerous to the social, right? Again, said like it's not short strings. If person is capable to kill, he will kill. Doesn't matter if he has short string, long string, he will kill eventually because it's a person by itself. Is it you capable to kill or you not capable? Another topic what we have in this book is like to tell your parents if you have short string or no. Ben, one character who has a struggling, and he decided don't tell them, and afterwards decided to tell them about this. My personal opinion, don't tell this your parents, especially when they're old, because it's the more have to stress that lead to some fatal moments, right? So, better care about your parents. Everybody of us need to do it, and keep some secrets. What is can be dangerous to them. Mara, girlfriend of Nina, she understood that she wanted to have a child. And that's like another question because we have all active life. We all want to be independent, and we understand that to bring a child, it's like a huge responsibility. What you need to be ready, right? And it's like harder in this world because you need to have a job, you need to be independent, you need to be educated, and everything. And that's what is a mistake, right? In some way, I would say, because clock is tick tock. We have our biology clock, and she starts to think when she understands that soon she would die, like in again 10 years, but still you would die. And that's why when she started thinking about this huge stuff, like how to bring new human to the world, right? And I think it's like each of us need to have this question: do we want it? Do we don't want it? Because life can be short, life can be long, and better like ask yourself about this. That don't be regret on the future. In general, I think like because train people has at 22 years, like it's every day. Some people when reach 22 years, and they have a string. And I think it's actually pretty lucky people, because like how many people actually live until 22 years old? Okay, how many people can reach this age in the more poor country in the Asia or Africa? How many people say that? So I think like even if you reach 22, you're already in somewhere lucky, because some people didn't do it. Another what is a book to try that you think more is about hope and efforts, because some people they have a short string and they're just like whatever, for what I need to do efforts to recover, right? If anyway it's short and I know that I die. And I think that's like what is said when you know how long it's still you have years for you, because you stop um to to try something, to you lose your hope because you know that you wouldn't change. Yeah, I think it's like what is hope and efforts, what you put in your life, it's like what is make your life brighter and more lighter. So if you agree, put your comments. If you not agree, also put your comments why you not agree with this. Anthony, he survived. This another people survived because of Javier and his job in the military. Girl who survived with the lungs, and others people who survived because of these people with short string. What is there like more show how it's red of them, but maybe that's like not a strings, maybe just like part of the life. And each of us we do something that's like it would be long string and short string people, right? Somebody is red, doesn't matter is it long or short string. Somebody is blessing, somebody help, somebody do something dangerous and bad. So that's actually the life, and that's what it shows that strings in this book. It doesn't make so much sense because it doesn't matter. People, if they want to do something bad, they're doing. If they want to do something good, they're still doing. So that's why when you analyze each life, you understand that it would be like how it was before. Like, and string it just like give you knowledge that you can do a little bit more, or you can just relax. So, what is your favorite characters? Put your comments. It would be interesting to read this. My favorite character, it's of course, it's Javier, because he is strong character. He is brave. He knows what he wants, and that's at school. And I understood that mostly short strings people, they usually know what they want, and that's amazing. And another, it's like Hank. Of course, because he's doctor, he is like survive many lives, saves many lives, and that's really cool. And I think I like all doctors because they do like huge job to save lives and make our life much more better. So and another what I like is like Amy and Ben. They have a sad story. They eventually come together. They married. Ben told Amy that has 15 years. Amy haven't looked for her screen, and she is understand that um if she want family and she want family, so how it would be with short string. And that's what another question, because we are married, we are find our partner some, and we thinking that we have whole life together, and that's what is cool. And that's like what probably don't need to look for the string, don't need to know how long you need to live, because you have like much more options and much more hopes, dreams, and that's what is make our life much more better quality. So again, this like thinking she wants to be with her love, but she knows that he has 15 years, or she would be better to look for some long string and be whole life. So what she will choose, and I think it would be like more understandable if she would look for her ring, because it's like what I was asked myself, that she has short ring or she has a long ring. Because if she has short string and she is find somebody with long string, so probably it would be like bad for that person. So anyway, I'm in some way happy that she is like decide to be with a band with her love, because like doesn't matter how long we have our life. I think it's always good about quality of our life. Is it good quality or is it bad quality? So, and they built beautiful house with beautiful children. They have two children. They have like many beautiful moments. And Ben find out that he has some disease after 15 years, and they will prepare for this. Mara already died. Nina was alone on this time. Amy thinking what to do next without Ben. But when Ben is still alive, they try to be all the time together and with children. And they went to hospital, I think, and after that they like going back to home, and they have like car accident, and Amy and Ben they dying together at the same time. And afterwards Nina open box of the Amy, and she see that she has totally the same length of the string, like how it has a band. And that is sad, and that is some way beautiful. I think it's beautiful when it's the same. I guess romantic, and it's like in some way it's how it's in the movie, right? Like in same day. So said that their children became orphans, but Nina, she knows that she has 80, 90 years, so she took the children and she is care about the children, and that's what is like nice. And conclusion about this book. So what I think about this book, better don't read, because nothing new you wouldn't find out. Like it's just some random interesting stories about others people. That's it. It's like plenty people, plenty thoughts what you are have in your life. Like uh, I would say that it's not this book's what to worth to read, but if you are struggling and don't know what to read, like better look in my channel. I say like about other interesting books, what is worth, what is not worth. But if you don't like any and you want just like easy, light reading with something sad, maybe you have mood to cry, right? Like so you can read this book, because like some people they are read just because of the mood, right? They just like want if they say they just like want support a sad mood, and they can read these books. Happy that you are watching my channel. I hope that you like my videos. If you like, put like. If you don't like, put your comments what you don't like, what you want to that I will change. I see you on discussing on the next book, and I think next book would be better than this.